What'd you say? Okay. And we are back. Sorry, folks, we're having some technical difficulties here at Full Velocity Television. I hate to say that, as we just got a new rig to bring the best picture as possible here for Full Velocity TV, but it's throwing us some fits. We're trying to keep it going, but we are back now as we're coming to the white flag for the B feature. Nathan Kasler, your race leader, with the number 43 of Garrett Maines behind him, the 73 of Andy Jones. Kasler running away with this one. Garrett Maines and exiting 2 as Kasler is exiting 4. Coming to the checkered flag, Nathan Kasler going to win the B feature. Garrett Maines going to come home in 2nd. Andy Jones going to finish 3rd. AJ Cruz in 4th. Brandon Franks in 5th, with 6th going to Jason Stevenson. Top 6 transfer out of this one, and they'll move on to the A feature that's getting ready to come your way here, Todd. Like I said, technical difficulties bringing us to the point where we weren't able to bring you the full B feature, but now we got a stacked A feature to bring to these ladies and gentlemen. So the starting lineup going to look like this. In the number 04, that'll be Frank Gonzalez with the 00 of Jared Mogard. In the number 97, that'll be Blake Heather with the number 03 of Dylan Thomas. In the number 28, that'll be Trevor Fitz with the 18 of Shad Prescott. Behind them in the number 02, that'll be Josh Blanchard with the 101 of Martin Karch. In the number 41, that'll be Michael Rafferty with the number 81 of Joey Lamb. In the number 83, that'll be Josh Smith with the number 84 of Clay Devon. In the number 21 of Nathan Kasler with the number 43 of Garrett Maines. In the number 73, that'll be Andy Jones with the number 69 of AJ Cruz. Rounding out your field in the number 4, that'll be Jason Stevenson with the number 541 of Robert White. Well, Todd, we've got them ready to go. Why don't we send them to the greatest song in our nation's history, the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave
green flag. Everybody.
Gonna be a wreck behind you, gonna be a wreck behind you.
So I don't know what to do.
Somebody put oil down. We're hurting the fence.
Are they flagging it? Get some flag, white flag. Clear. Man, this is it, check a flag.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Full Velocity TV as we are getting ready to bring them live here for the A feature. I gave you the lineup before the break. We're now going to bring you to the A feature lineup as we are officially starting to stage these cars out on the front stretch. We're going to bring that lineup back to you again. In the number 04, that'll be Frank Gonzalez with the 00 of Jared Mogard. In the number 97, that'll be Blake Heather with the number 03 of Dylan Thomas. In the number 28, that'll be Trevor Fitz with the number 18 of Chad Prescott. In the 02 will be Josh Blanchard with the 101 of Martin Karch. In the 41 will be Michael Rafferty, who is making moves in his heat race with the number 81 of Joey Lamb. In the 83, that'll be Josh Smith with the number 84 to his outside. That'll be Clay Debin. In the number 21, your B feature winner, that'll be Nathan Kasler with the number 43 of Garrett Maines behind him. In the number 73, it'll be Andy Jones with the number 69 of AJ Cruz, the number 4 of Jason Stevenson, and rounding out your field in the 541 of that is Robert White. Once again, we want to thank all of our sponsors here at Full Velocity Television. Evil One Graphics. They're not just good, they're evil. We've got Spatafora Firearms. Give Spatafora Firearms a call if you ever need for all of your firearm needs. We've got DirtSeries.com bringing you this race tonight. Monstar Productions with the Race Shop podcast coming your way each and every week here from Full Velocity TV and Full Velocity Radio. So it's been a great year here for Full Velocity TV as we're heading into the new year, Todd. We got even better things coming in 2019.
Yeah, lots of new things coming in 2019. We'll leave those to 2019 as it's going to be some fantastic things to come here on Full Velocity TV. And we wanted to start with the graphics. We got the graphics upgraded. Looks like we're going to have to do something a little bit different, Jake. But we're going to get it righted here for all the fans and all the racers out there, all the leagues out there. We're getting ready to come to green flag here for this A feature. Pace truck down in, and green flag is in the air. Frank Gonzalez, Jared Mogard. Mogard leading the charge here down into turn number 1.
Mogard takes it to the top. Gonzalez goes down to the bottom. We're going to go side by side for the race lead down the backstretch. As it's going to be Gonzalez down to the bottom. Look at the number 97 of Heather going all the way down to the bottom. They make contact. It's a 4-car race for the race lead.
4-car race for the lead, and look at the 04 Gonzalez contact made as they tried to go 5 wide through the corner. Gonzalez going to slip all the way back to about 7th position. Here comes the number 28 at Trevor Fitz. Fitz down onto the bottom side. He's up into 3rd. Here comes Blake Heather. He's challenging for the lead.
Side by side for the race lead as Heather goes down to the bottom. Thomas up to the top side as they're going to stay side by side into turn number 4. Heather tried the slide job, corrected it before making contact with that number 03. They're going to race down into turn number 1. They stay side by side as we head out of turn number 2.
Heading out of turn number 2, looks like Heather has the advantage down the back straightaway. The 03 running in that 2nd spot. That's Thomas in the 03 machine. Meanwhile, back there locked in a heated battle, Trevor Fitz and the 00, the double knot machine of Jared Mogard. Mogard running in that 3rd spot. Here comes Fitz back down to the bottom trying to make something happen. The 41 of Michael Rafferty starting to make some noise again. He's up alongside of Shad Prescott for 5th.
Rafferty trying to make his moves down on the inside, but look at Trevor Fitz trying to run around the points leader of Jared Mogard. Mogard now sending it into that 3rd position. Blake Heather, meanwhile, up front, taking your lead in that number 97. He's trying to run away from the 03 of Dylan Thomas. We are going to stay green down the front stretch on lap number 8 or 7 now of 50.
Lap number 7 of 50. Meanwhile, Fitz down on the bottom side here with the number 28 machine. He's going to get around Rafferty. Rafferty was running in 4th. Now drop pick him back to that 5th spot. And that number 41 machine, Jared Mogard, still trying to chase down the top 2. Blake Heather starting to run away and hide here. He's about 5 car lengths over that 03 of Dylan Thomas. Here comes Trevor Fitz back down to the bottom. I thought he completed the pass on Rafferty. Rafferty fired back on the outside in that 41 machine. Here comes Fitz, side by side battle here through 3. And off of turn number 4, it's still going to be the momentum going to the 41 of Rafferty here for 4th.
Rafferty going to 4th in a great battle for that spot. They've got Frank Gonzalez right there getting ready to challenge for that 5th position as Fitz now trying to hold off that number 04 car. Frank Gonzalez going down to the bottom. Now he'll go up top. He'll try to make the crossover on the number 28. He's got the number 18 of Shad Prescott behind him with the number 02 of Josh Blanchard. Great racing through the field.
Yeah, great racing going on throughout the whole field here. Here comes the 04 of Gonzalez making more contact with the number 28 of Fitz. That's going to make him a little bit upset, I do believe, as now it looks like Fitz going up the track here. Here comes Gonzalez back down to the bottom. I know Rubbin's racing down the back straightaway. These guys starting to pull away from each other, though, to make sure the contact does not ruin their guys' night here. Is Gonzalez able to complete that pass on Fitz? He's going to mount another charge back down to the bottom, and that number 28 machine not going to be able to do it. He backs out of the throttle. Here comes the 02 machine on the outside. That's Josh Blanchard in the 02. He's making some headway.
Josh Blanchard on the outside trying to make that topside work as the number 04 of Frank Gonzalez solidly in the 5th position as Rafferty in front of them running away in that 4th spot. We come down the backstretch. They're going to go side by side for 6 now, maybe 3 wide as the number 18 of Shad Prescott challenging Josh Blanchard for that 6th position. Now Frank Gonzalez trying to set his sights on Rafferty.
Prescott gets a little loose there coming down into turn number 1 down the back straightaway. He sets his sights on Blanchard in front of him. That will be a battle for that 6th spot. Trying to track him down is that number 18, that D1 RT sponsored machine. Trying to make some headway here through the portion of the track here down the front straightaway into 1 and 2 where I think he's been the fastest here. You can just see the gain that he has off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway here into turn number 3. Just able to roll the bottom just a little bit better than Blanchard. Blanchard rolling up top here, but 18 is starting to go up alongside of him in a side-by-side battle through 1.
Shad Prescott has the advantage down on the bottom. Can he make it stick with the number 02 on the outside? They're gonna go side by side for that 6th position. But meanwhile, Frank Gonzalez now catching Michael Rafferty. They're gonna go side by side for 4th as Rafferty trying to hold on in that number 41, but he has got an earful of that number 04 car. They're going to stay side by side as they head down the front stretch.
Nice side-by-side battle for that 4th spot as here comes Gonzalez back down to the bottom side. Rafferty up top. Another challenge for Rafferty. Can he hold Gonzalez at bay this time? Down the back straightaway here to turn number 3. Still side-by-side. Imaginary door handle to imaginary door handle. Rub rail to rub rail here for the 04 machine of Gonzalez and the 41 of Rafferty coming down here into turn number 1. Still a great side-by-side battle going on for that 3rd spot there. Jake, it's a fantastic event so far. These guys are battling side by side all the way through the field. Even a nice battle going on for 2nd.
Yeah, Dylan Thomas holding on to that spot right now, but he has gotten the 00 right on his tail. That's Jared Mogard, your points leader. Mogard trying to go up to the top side, but Dylan Thomas slamming the door shut. Now they'll go down to the bottom through 3 and 4 as they are starting to run down against the wall. Your leader, the number 97 of Blake Heather, he's starting to get around lap traffic, and that number 73, that 73 of Andy Jones might play a pick here for that second position. He will not play an advantage for that number 03 car as they head down the front stretch.
Yeah, Dylan Thomas starting to creep away from the double
Caution.
knot machine. As yellow flag going to fly here for the first time of the evening, Jake. And not sure what jumbled it up here, but these guys doing a fantastic job here. 22 green flag laps, almost to halfway, Jake, before the first yellow flag comes out.
I believe that yellow ended up coming out for that number 73 of Andy Jones. He was way off the pace on the top shelf and really just getting in all of the lead lap cars way there in that 73. So I think that's why they threw the caution. But we're going to get them stacked and packed and ready to go here at Volusia once again. That'll close the gap between Dylan Thomas and Blake Heather. We'll see if Heather's going to be able to hold on to that race lead, Todd, as this is going to be an interesting one, as we're probably going to get to halfway before we go green again.
Yeah, the track's going to continue to change as these guys pace around very slowly. You got to realize it's going to start to slicken off here the longer and longer they go here at Volusia. And the lanes are going to change. Every yellow flag is going to change the track. More green flag laps is going to change the track. Obviously, there's a lot of variables that's going to help some of these guys. Some of these guys set up for a different type of track. Right now, Blake Heather is the man on the mission. He's been all of Blake Heather in that number 97 machine. But can he keep these guys at bay on this restart?
Yeah, Jared Mogard has been coming there in that number 00. It'll be interesting to see what he can do on this restart. But as always, in dirt racing, in asphalt racing, the leader has the advantage at the restart as the pace truck's lights go out. Blake Heather will set the pace out of turn number 4 and start this race, Todd. We're about to bring that pace truck back in and go racing once again to battle it down to the 50-lapper A main here at Volusia Speedway Park. It's about to get interesting up front as those top 3 stack together, the closest they've been since the start of this one, as Blake Heather got out in front real early and has stayed that way. Here they come out of turn number 4. Cars up to speed. Heather takes the jump. We're racing into turn number 1.
Down into turn number 1, it's either getting a little bit tight there. That number 97 machine. Here comes the 02, trying to gather it back up, trying to get down to the bottom side. That is Thomas, the 03 machine, excuse me. Here comes the double knot machine of Jared Mogard. He's trying to work over the top shelf of the speedway, trying to get around these guys, but that leaves the door wide open for Rafferty. Rafferty dives back down to the low side, trying to better himself. He was in position 4 on that last 3, or on the yellow flag. Now trying to move up into P number 3. Almost a 2-for deal as the 03 machine of Thomas does a high-low switch, trying to get around Heather in front of the 41. The 41 of Rafferty has to back out of it just a little bit.
Michael Rafferty had a huge run there. Now with Dylan Thomas, he's going to go down to the bottom, try to charge down in front of Mogard. Mogard made a big move down to the bottom as Rafferty stuck up top now. He does not like running there right now as he's been down on the bottom almost this entire race. He's going to have to open the door. Dylan Thomas trying everything he's got on Blake Heather. Heather's holding on momentarily, but now look at Rafferty. Rafferty with the head of steam on the top side as we head into turn number 1.
Yeah, put Rafferty in position number 3. Mogard now drops back to 4th. Drop kick him back to 4th into the clutches of the 04 machine of Frank Gonzalez. Yellow flag going to fly once again, bringing out yellow flag number 2 here at Volusia Speedway. And they're going to chalk that up. We're going to have to restart these guys once again. And Blake Heather, more restarts that he gets, he's getting more and more worried, I do believe.
Yeah, give that to the number 69 of AJ Cruz with the 101 of Martin Karch and the number 73 of Andy Jones all getting together on the front stretch, bringing out your caution. So tough break for those drivers as they all got together. Martin Karch looked like he was in the middle of a sandwich there down the front stretch, so that'll stack us back up. But look at Rafferty, Todd. Rafferty now sitting in that 3rd position. He could pick off more with the kind of run he got on that last restart.
Yeah, and he's been having a good run on the restart. Going to be probably a different gearing choice for that machine. Rafferty right now in the 41. Going to take a look to see what kind of late model he's indeed in. As these guys in a lot of different types of late models here tonight. Some of these guys in the same. I don't know if any supers qualified. Don't know if pros. Yeah, there is some supers here in the field, and then there's some pro late models also in the field here right now. And I'm going to tell you right now, the top 5 are all the same car, so kind of giving it away just a little bit. They're all pro late model cars. There is some supers lurking here, and they're coming on stronger towards the end of it, so we'll see if the supers can top the pros. It's been pros every week that's won here so far, Jake. So far the supers have been outmuscled.
That's amazing here with this series. It's really cool to see a series like this where they are pretty much equalized between two different horsepower machines, and you gotta love a race like we're having up here. Michael Rafferty really moving there in that number 3 spot in that 41 car. He's going to try to get around Thomas and Heather here on the restart, as it looks like our pace truck is about ready to duck on off. He's going to pull off into the infield here at Volusia. We are green off turn number 4, racing into turn 1.
Back to racing. Looks like to get up through the gearbox a little bit different this time. Heather doesn't push up as much here. That number 97 machine learning something from the last restart. Here comes Mogard down to the bottom. He wants his 3rd spot back, trying to wrestle it away from that number 41. And Rafferty side by side battle for that 3rd spot. But Heather is under fire there once again from the 03 machine. A little bit of contact there between Rafferty and Thomas. They're getting Thomas a little bit loose, and yellow flag coming out once again. It's time. That's for that time again. Paging Dr. Green. We need some elixir for that yellow fever that's going on here at the Dirt Series at Volusia Speedway.
Yeah, and this time it looks like it's the number 81 of Joey Lamb and the number 02 car back there getting together. They both tagged each other, sending each other into the wall. So Josh Blanchard and Joey Lamb hard into the turn 1 wall and bringing out your caution. It looks like the number 21 of Kasler also going around. So tough break for those drivers. It's getting angsty back here at the back of this field, Todd.
Yeah, definitely getting real antsy. These guys trying to make it up through the field, and right now Blake either he's loving these cautions or hating them. It stacks them back up, but the more yellow flags that go on, the more laps that click off, making it a little bit easier on the number 97 machine, maybe to hold on to the lead. But I tell you what, the 03 Dylan Thomas was right there all over him, waiting to jump on an opportunity if that 97 does leave that door open. I believe Thomas is going to be able to get by him, maybe even a slide job. Can't cut out Rafferty. Rafferty's been trying to find something on the top in that 41 machine. Mogard, like we said, has won every race but one here so far in the Dirt Series, the pros versus supers.
Well, Rafferty had definitely found something on the restart before last in that number 41 up on the high side. He made a huge move out on the outside and got away from that 00 of Mogard, so we'll be able to see what he can do here, as it looks like those lights on the pace truck have gone off again. We're going to restart lap number 39 of 50, so we've got 11 to go here as we come to the green flag next time by. The number 97 of Blake Heather going to be your leader once again in that red, white, blue, and black machine. With Dylan Thomas in that 03, he is staying right on that back bumper on this restart. Here they come. The green flag drops. The cars go up to speed. We are racing into turn number 1. Look at Dylan Thomas making a move down to the inside.
Thomas getting a little bit loose, though, as he tries to pull that move in that 03 machine, leaving the door open there momentarily for Jared Mogard trying to capitalize. But Rafferty, look at the momentum that Rafferty has on the top shelf of the Speedway. It may take him a little bit longer to get up to speed, a little bit more contact there between Mogard and Gonzalez. Chad Prescott trying to work over the bottom of that number 18 machine. Great battles going on throughout the field. Mogard really challenging Rafferty right now. The 03 trying to peek down to the bottom of Heather, but Heather protecting that bottom in that number 97 machine.
That number 41 looks like it almost takes about a lap for it to get cranked up, and then when it does, it sets off down those straightaways. He's going to go down to the middle through 3 and 4. Whoa, contact behind them. That'll keep Rafferty right on the back bumper of the 03 of Dylan Thomas. Thomas peeking down to the bottom. Here comes Rafferty back up top.
Yeah, Rafferty not going away here in the 41. He's found something on the top shelf of the Speedway, trying to gather something up to try to get around maybe the 03 of Thomas. The Heather right now, it's been all Heather so far, but Thomas all over his rear bumper here. The 41 machine, also Rafferty right there in the next of things, and yellow flag going to fly once again there, Jake. And man, some of these guys like the 41 machine, not going to be happy with that one because it takes his car a long time to get up to speed.
Yeah, and it looks like we had a stack up entering turn number 3. Once again with the number 73 right and smack dab in the middle of it. We'll see what the replay says about this. A couple cars getting together in front of him. Trevor Fitz in that number 28 car with the number 83. They both get together down the backstretch. The number 83 of Josh Smith collecting a few other cars, including the number 81 of Joey Lamb and the number 02 of Josh Blanchard.
Yeah, right now your current top 5 is Heather, Thomas, Rafferty, Gonzalez, and Mogard. Those are your top 5 here on the screen. We have lap 45 of 50 getting ready to go up on the board. That'll be 5 more laps, around a handful of laps. 5 laps here around Volusia. Who's going to get it done here tonight? We know you got a favorite out there in Facebook, Live Land, YouTube, even Twitch. You guys got to give us our favorite out there. Let us know who is going to win this race, who's going to be number 1 on the evening here. DirtSeries.com. Pros versus Super late model race number 5 here at Volusia Speedway. I don't know who it's going to be. I know Heather's been quick all evening long. Thomas right there and Rafferty. Those guys been knocking at the door all evening long, but just not being able to get by Heather so far. But we know you got a favorite out there. You got to thank all you guys for the star donations. Again, a competition going on all week, Monday through Sunday. Top star donator, get some free Full Velocity swag there, a free Full Velocity t-shirt. So keep on bringing those star donations. The top star donator will get a free t-shirt courtesy of Full Velocity TV.
Here they come through turn number 4, the number 97. Going to bring them back down once again. We are green into turn number 1. Blake Heather going to go to the... Wow, look at the number 41 down on the inside. He is charging down on the bottom, powering his way into that second spot. Dylan Thomas going to fall back to 3rd. Here comes Rafferty on the inside. Now the number 18 of Prescott getting sideways down the backstretch. Front stretch, excuse me. As the caution comes out, they are wrecking behind them.
Yeah, it looked like a big wreck behind him there, and I tell you what, he threw everything he had at him, including that kitchen sink, to try to get it done. He probably knew the yellow flag was going to come out, did Rafferty, so he tried to get everything he could and could not get around Dylan Thomas. It looks like this one's going to end under yellow flag here of the evening. We're going to have a different winner on the night here. Blake Heather going to take down the win here on Full Velocity TV. And that number 97 machine, as long as nothing happens to that machine here under pacing.
That's the one thing that I can't wait for iRacing to take into account here is the caution laps for dirt tracks. I mean, I don't know of any dirt track out there that counts caution laps as official laps, but here we come. We're going to take the white flag here as Blake Heather's just got to make it around one more time to win here in the Super versus Pro Late Model Series here presented by DirtSeries.com, Todd. What a race we've had. Blake Heather's dominated up front, but the 03 of Dylan Thomas has stayed glued to the back bumper of that 97. Michael Rafferty has done everything but throw in the kitchen sink to try to get that race lead. He's been charging, and then, of course, you got the 00 of Jared Mogard just refusing to go away there in that 4th position.
Yeah, Mogard's been wicked fast here all season long so far, and he deserves the points lead that he has in that double knot machine. Going to be outside. This is going to be his first finish outside that podium, and that's going to probably hit him pretty hard as Mogard's been up and talking to us each and every time here on Full Velocity TV. This time, not going to do so here, but it's going to be Heather, Thomas, and Rafferty going to be able to talk to us here this evening. And fantastic showing here for Dirt Series. A little bit more yellows than probably Josh would have liked in the gang over here at DirtSeries.com, and those guys having a little bit of fun here behind the iRacing.com page truck, wiping each other out, having a little bit of fun here. It's a ball here on iRacing, but yeah, Jake, I have to agree with you. I hope sometime here iRacing decides to get rid of the yellow flags, because there is no track here in the Northeast, unless it's a big show where they might count some yellow flag laps, and usually it's only about 25 yellow flag laps of a 100-lap race. But they don't have yellow flags. You go 30 laps, green flag racing, no matter what, no matter how long it takes.
Yeah, and I mean, it makes sense because they came from an asphalt perspective. I mean, they started off with the asphalt perspective here in iRacing, but, you know, now with the implementation of dirt, they need to give the option to turn off those caution laps. But rather, we have finished up the racing portion of tonight's broadcast. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, once again for sticking with us. I know it was a interesting night, to say the least, but you know, Blake Heather picking up the big win. Jason Mogard, his worst finish of the whole season, ladies and gentlemen, finishing in that 4th position. So that's an amazing stat line there, as Heather going to take a few laps here, going to do a little bit of a Polish victory lap now. It looks like he's going to try to do some donuts here on the front stretch, but we're going to try to get him up here and ready for us. Who do we got first, Todd?
Looks like we're going to have to throw Michael Rafferty your way. I'm not going to literally throw him. I'm going to have let you chase Michael Rafferty down there, Jake, and see what he has to say for picking up his 3rd place finish.
Well, I think I've found him here on the pit in the pit area. Michael Rafferty, driver of the number 41, picking up the 3rd place position tonight on the podium. What a run you had there in that number 41. It just seemed like you were all over the place looking for the best line. How'd you make it do it? How'd you make it happen, Michael, pulling off that big 3rd place finish? Michael Rafferty, do we got you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. There you are.
Okay, I couldn't figure out my button.
Well, you picked up the big 3rd place finish tonight, Michael. You know, you were high, you were low, you were all over this track trying to find the best spot. How'd you do it, and what ended up being your best position out there on the track?
I was searching for grip, trying to go where they weren't.
Well, you tore that car up on your way to that 3rd place finish. How does it feel to pull a podium out of this one here at a very tough racetrack of Volusia Speedway Park?
Pretty good.
All right, man, a few words here, Michael, as we do always here at Full Velocity TV. We're going to throw the mic over to you, let you thank anybody who's watching, anybody you want to thank as far as sponsors, family members. So go ahead and take it away.
Just for everybody that's helped me and got me here and helped me with the setup.
All right, Michael, thank you very much for joining us tonight on Full Velocity TV. Congratulations on that big 3rd place finish, and we hope to see you next week.
We'll be here.
All right, we're going to go back down to our man, Todd Stanton. I believe he's run down the driver of he's ran down Dylan Thomas, your 2nd place finisher in the 03. Go ahead and take it away there, Todd.
Yeah, definitely caught out, but the driver of the 03, Dylan Thomas, he threw everything he had at Blake Heather here tonight, and I thought a few more laps, maybe green flag laps, Thomas may have been able to get by him. But Dylan, tell us about your race here tonight, and how hard was it to get by Heather? It looked like Heather was just maybe holding you up, maybe a smidget, or maybe not.
I think I was a little faster there, but I mean, it didn't matter which groove I went to. I wasn't going to get by him. I was holding up the guys behind me more than he was holding me up, so I think if I would have got by him, they probably would have got by me.
A great race, no less, here, finishing second here this evening at Volusia Speedway on Full Velocity TV, and a fantastic showing for that 03 machine. Tell us about the race. How was the track out there? It looked like it slickened off a little bit towards the end of there.
It started getting slick. I loosened up through the center and off, but I fought tight in all night long, and I think that's what really hindered my run to try and get by him right there. Was just I was so tight in, I was having to drive it deep off in there, and from doing that, it was just messing center of the corner up and off.
Well, Dylan, again, congratulations on your second place finish here tonight, and I'm going to give you the microphone. The floor is all yours, as we do here on Full Velocity TV, to thank whoever you'd like to thank here this evening.
I want to thank Josh and the Dirt Series guys for putting this on, and I want to thank all the guys over at SSR, Josh Blanchard, Dylan Petty, Corey Whitworth, Jared Winholtz for helping me out here, and I guess that's about it. Oh, Mike M Designs, his computer's down, so he couldn't get me a wrap tonight, so I threw something together in about 15 minutes, so I want to thank all those guys.
Again, congratulations on your second place finish here. The driver of the 03, Dylan Thomas. I'm going to throw it down trackside with Jake Keel, who is finally down in victory lane with the driver of the number 97 machine, Blake Heather.
Blake Heather, driver of the number 97 in victory lane. How does it feel, bud, to pull that number 97 into victory lane for the first time this season?
Oh, it feels really nice. We had a car on rails tonight there at the beginning. We ended up checking out, and we ended up getting some yellows, but wish it would have stayed a little bit more green, because I think I would have had better chance of pulling away from Dylan there. But he definitely was able to get me there on the start. He had a little bit of something, a little bit more power or something underneath of his hood, but other than that, it was a good clean race between me and him, and I'm glad it stayed that way.
Well, you had that car, like you said, on rails. It was perfect around this racetrack, and you got out early, was able to make all the right moves. That was going to be my next question. Were you liking those cautions there at the end? It was kind of getting the lap count down away to where you wouldn't have to fend off that number 03 as much.
I think with those yellows breeding, they say yellows breed yellows. It just makes everybody drive a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more over the top of their head. That normally that we see in there at the beginning, where there's a little bit of give and take and a little bit of not between some people. It depends who you are. But I mean, that's how racing usually should be: is give and take. You see someone's a little bit faster than you, let them by. Maybe they'll make a mistake getting in front of you. But I wanted to see long runs. That's where I've always been strong at. Short runs never really been my thing. If Dylan would have put his nose where the old lady didn't want it to be, he could have easily turned me or easily pushed me up the track, but he didn't, and I appreciate the clean racing.
Well, he did run you clean there at the end and throughout. I mean, he seemed like he was the only one that had anything for you all night, as there was a gaggle of cars behind him trying to get around that number 03. But we're now going to give you the mic, as we always do here at Full Velocity Television. Go ahead and take the mic and thank anybody you'd like, anybody watching at home, and, of course, all of your sponsors.
Yeah, I thank the family. They're my number one support behind. I got to thank Joey Lamb Racing for putting on this hell of a team. We came out of the woodworks, and we're starting to shine now. Can't thank enough for Frankie's mom that just recently passed away. This race is dedicated to her and the few races that we've been running. Shout out to Keith Hackney's son that's got leukemia. Hopefully he beats it. And then I can't thank enough for Tidal, Aces and 8, Kabang, K&F Racing, Backwards Hat Production, and drew a blank on the last one. Oh, Broden and Wayne Restoration. That's who it was. We've got some new birds coming on, and it's kind of hard to remember all sometimes.
Well, Blake, thank you once again for joining us here in Full Velocity Television Victory Lane here with the DirtSeries.com Pro versus Super Late Model Series. Once again, congratulations on your big win.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Todd. So that finishes up tonight's event here. What a great night of racing with the pros versus super late models. I can't wait to come back for next week. What do we have to look forward with this series next week, Todd?
Well, Jake, sorry for the little bit of delay. They are taking a week off next week. We actually are on the NASCAR 2003 side of things next week. These guys taking 1 week off before we go back and decide a season champion here for the pros versus supers. And I hate to see the season come to an end. As Jared Mogard, like I said, worst finish of the season, 4th here tonight. So Mogard's still going to hold on to that points lead, and we've had 3 different winners finally.
Yeah, great run for Blake Heather and a tough break for Jason Mogard, if you want to call it that, finishing in that 4th position. But for everybody here at Full Velocity Sim Racing Television, for Todd Stanton, for Phil Lacasse watching at home, for Martin Karch, everybody involved with the Full Velocity team, I'm Jake Keel, and I want to thank you for tuning in tonight. We will see you next time here at Full Velocity TV.
Good night.